Okay, hello. What's going on? Um, so I'm going to be talking about Wandavision episode 5 to continue my slew of episode reviews backlog. So if you want to watch episodes 1 to 4 that I did in one video, then I'll link it in the description and at the end of the video here somewhere at the end of the video. But yeah, this is episode 5 that I'm going to do in one video. Or not. Whatever, it's up to you. You can watch someone do it better than me if you want. But yeah, I guess straight into it. I really like this episode. I think it might have been my favourite since 2. My favourite since 2 at least. I think, mind you, I liked 4. See, I like them all really, but yeah, this was a really good one. But because it was like back to the sitcom stuff, which I've obviously episode 4 skipped a little bit of. And yeah, it was quite emotional actually. It was surprisingly emotional. Not that funny, or like not as funny, but quite emotional. What am I about? Yeah, it was like Wanda teaching her kids to like not run away from pain, even though that's exactly what she's doing, which is interesting. So like obviously it's back to like the normal sitcom stuff, but also it's answering questions at the same time as asking them now. Where obviously the first 3 episodes were just like, what the hell is going on? And this one's like, what the hell is going on? But also, this is what's going on. Which is quite interesting, because you still get a lot of questions, but stuff answered. Like, you find out about the Monica's Kevlar bulletproof vest, suit, pants thing, is what she was still wearing. So it got the reality changed. I think like they figured out the pants, the 70s kooky pants she was wearing, were this like, you know what I mean, her bulletproof vest that had been changed. So Wanda's like changing reality rather than creating reality, which was an interesting thing, because I know some people are thinking that she's recreating the Infinity Stones, because of the adverts, which I'll get into in a theories video. I'll go into more depth on why people think that. But does this say that maybe that's not what's going on? Like she can't create stuff, because she can. Yeah, it's her powers. She can create reality, but that revelation seems to show that she's not doing that in this moment, at least. So I don't know. But yeah. So we actually see the kids. The kids grow up twice in the episode. I think they're at age 10 by the end of the episode, which is mad, because obviously they're babies and crying at the start, which is a weird thing because Agnes came in, as she always does. Good old Catherine Hahn, Jennifer Barkley from Parks and Rec, always comes in at the convenient moments for help. But this time, it's like she didn't want to help. She like, what did Vision ask her to pick up the babies? And she was like, pick up the babies? What? And she didn't want to. And then she asked Wanda if she wanted to do another take, which was weird. And the baby stopped crying when she broke character. So like, is she controlling Wanda, or like controlling the babies, or controlling the town? Is she controlling anything? Does she does she have her own powers? Agatha Harkness, maybe. I know a lot of people are saying that, but like, Was she always aware that this isn't real? Or is it like only just now that she started to realise it's not real? Like, is she just now becoming aware? It's because, like, obviously she knows it's not real because she asked for a retake, but then she snapped back into character just as easily. So is that like her fake personality taking over again? Because I know in the one of the later episodes that's shown in the trailer, she is shocked to see Vision alive when he touches her, and obviously we know from this episode and the episode before that Vision, when he touches people, he snaps them out of their thing, their fake reality, because that's what he did with his work friend, like, which was actually quite shocking, really, because he seemed really scared of her. He just kept saying her, didn't he? She won't let me go or something, and he wanted to call his sister. Oh, it was so sad. I don't know, like, because he kept saying her, so he didn't specify Wanda. Did he mean maybe Agnes? Who knows? I know another theory is that the people in the town are the souls of the people that were snapped or something like that, and that's why they're extra confused. But I don't know. I'll get into that in the theory video as well. Half this video is just advertising a theory video that I've not even made yet, but here we go. But what else? So, like, Vision had his own little thing of like discovering what's going on, or trying to discover what's going on. Like, I felt really sad for him actually, because he seemed so scared about what, like, he's like, this isn't right. Especially at the end when he confronted Wanda in the kitchen and he almost started crying. Like, as close to as an android can get to crying anyway. And then, like, just the credits just started rolling and they're still arguing. I was like, that. I don't know why, but the credits rolling over the top of that argument made it even more dramatic. Like, what the hell? So, like, is he gonna turn against Wanda at some point? Is he gonna, like, fight her or help Zod take back the town? Who knows? I don't know. Or is she gonna wipe his mind and use him as a weapon against Zod? Which, of course, we know that in Vision's will, that wasn't his plan. That wasn't his. He didn't want to be used as a weapon. So it's interesting if she does end up using him as a weapon. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, that was a really weird. That was tense. Like, my heart was going just because they put credits over the top of an argument. Like, what the hell? Because it's supposed to be a happy ending, and then it carried on. Man, oh man, that, and then, like, when they're both flying at each other, that's tense. So that makes me just think that they are gonna have a fight, because that was as tense as things have got so far. So who knows? I don't. Yeah, I also noticed there was more of a hint of Wanda's powers in this episode. There was like a slight red tint in a lot of scenes, and like a lot of like the furniture of the house was red as well. And like Vision's red popped out a lot more. I don't know if that was all deliberate or what, but like, you gotta think it has to be, right? Otherwise, like, they're just using a bad camera. But I suppose they could be using a camera from the times, and that's just how things looked. I don't know. I've not watched enough 70s sitcoms to be honest, but yeah. But she also walked through the barrier because she left town, by the way. And when she walked back in town, the barrier turned red and like spread. Like, it spread along the barrier, so that makes you think like she's sort of infecting the town in a way. Is it like a virus, a Wandavirus or something like that, spreading through people's minds in the town? Yeah. So Wanda left the town. She left town to tell Zod to back the fuck off. I'm not getting away, basically. And then she flew the drone that Hayward flew into the... Because they flew an 80s drone into the circle, so it didn't get converted. And then she basically destroyed that and threw it back at him and said, "Go away." And then she made everyone aim their guns at Hayward in like one swish and flick. And she did it so effortlessly, it was proper badass, actually. Just like Hermione in Harry Potter, swish and flick. And she did that and everyone pointed their guns at him. And then she walked away. Which was awesome, because he is a bit of a dick. Just a little bit. Which actually is another theory that I think I'll just mention now. Is Hayward Hydra? Because he seems pretty sus, right? And he's definitely got something to hide. And obviously there's the theory that he is related to Brian Hayward from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., who is a Hydra agent who had so much to do with the Centipede project, which was like the super soldier thing that the Hydra tried to recreate. Is he related to Brian Hayward from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Who knows? But it could be, because he seems a bit weird. Like he could be Hydra. And he brushed over, was it episode 4? Or was it this episode? Where they're looking at Wanda's backstory, and he just sort of brushes over the Hydra stuff. And Jimmy points it out, he's like, you kind of brushed over the Hydra stuff there. And he's like, yeah. So, does he not want them to think about Hydra? Because then they might be suspect of him being Hydra? Who knows? But he could be. Is he Mephisto? I know everyone's thinking Mephisto, isn't it? Is that Mr. Hayward? Because he seems so against Wanda. Is that like he obviously doesn't like Wanda for some reason, like more so than the others. But another theory is that Mephisto is controlling her. So like, he wants to stop her, or antagonize her at least. So like, is he controlling her as Mephisto, or is he just a guy who wants to stop her? If he is Mephisto, does he just want to antagonize her even more so she does more damage? Is Agnes controlling her and Mephisto doesn't like it? Or is he just not Mephisto at all and he is just Hayward? Which obviously would make a lot of sense, that Hayward is Hayward, but he's definitely got some sort of secret. If he is who he says he is, then he's just got a secret. But if he's not got a secret, then his secret is that he's a demon. That sounds confusing. But yeah, I think it would make more sense that he's a Hydra agent, especially based off him brushing over the Hydra aspect of Wanda's backstory. Like, what if Hydra sent him to recapture Wanda because they don't like that she got away the first time in Age of Ultron, and this is like the perfect opportunity for him to get her back to Hydra, maybe? Who knows? I say that a lot, don't I? Who knows? Who knows? Who does know? The people who wrote the show, probably. But, yeah, so obviously we get all modern day. I say modern day. It's all modern day, but you know, stuff outside of the circle. It's like Monica and Jimmy and Darcy. So yeah, we find out Monica's X-ray is now different. She's just giving off a bunch of light or something. The X-ray can't scan her. So is she getting her photon powers? Because of course she gets, I think, similar powers to Captain Marvel, because she does become Captain Marvel at some point. but she's also her own superhero called Photon. So is she getting her powers? I mean, obviously she is, right? They're using this as like a backstory for her before she gets in Captain Marvel 2. I would say that's good. I would say I'm like 99% sure that she's getting her powers in this series. Or like maybe like the last scene, she's like, oh my god. Or maybe she gets it in the last episode and she goes in and fights Wanda. It's going to be like a all-out action scene. Who knows? She mentions an aerospace engineer friend, which might be Reed Richards. I think he's an aerospace engineer. And of course there was the graph that she stood next to, and people drew a 4, thinking the graph looks like a 4, Fantastic Four. But I mean, the graph looks like a graph. I don't think there's anything to be read into there, but maybe there is, but who knows. I mean, they have denied setting up the Fantastic Four in this show, so I don't think she would be talking about Reed Richards, but then they could be lying to us, so who knows. I thought she meant Captain Marvel at first, but she's not an aerospace engineer, is she? Could be her mum. She could be talking about her mum. I think she's an aerospace engineer, or she becomes one, or whatever, when she sets up Sword. I don't know. I did see one theory saying it's a guy. Bloody, I forgot the guy now. I'll put it in if I remember, but if not, you'll have to look at the theory video. Blue Marvel, that's it. I don't know much about him, but people think it might be him. I think she gets with him or something at some point in the comics. Or it could be Sue Storm. She could be besties with Sue Storm, maybe. Who knows? Could be anyone at this point. But Monica seems really convinced that Wanda is just going through grief and that something else might be controlling her. Which would fit with Wanda saying that she doesn't remember anything before this. And it could also be a reason why she doesn't remember how it started. Because she doesn't seem to remember. She sort of sat down on the couch, she's like, I don't remember what happened, to Vision, when her and Vision were arguing. So maybe Monica knows something different. Because when Wanda came out, Monica was like, I know you want us to help, and she was like, I don't want you to help, but I think she does. I think Monica has figured out that Wanda does need help. It's like a cry for help, so who knows. So yeah, but I suppose even though it was a more sad episode, it was still quite funny, because there was that Vision's work friend, who I always forget his name. I think the character's real name is Abinash. But what's his real name? Perd? No. I mean, not his real name, I mean his fake name. I need to figure this out. Wandavision. Vision's work friend name. What is his name? What's his name? Norm. That's his name. And I think his real name is Abinash. I want to say Abinash. You know, when they're putting up the board and figuring out what all the people's real names are. Norm, real name, Wandavision. The actor's name is Asif Ali. No, what's his bloody... Abhilash, not Abhinash. Abhilash Tandon is his real name apparently. But for the sake of the show, his fake name is Norm. So I found it really funny when Norm couldn't understand emails. It took me a long time to get there, but that's what I wanted to say.
Work these computers, Vision. It's like you speak their language.
What do you think, Norm? Should we surf the internet?
Cowabunga, dude. Oh, hey, look. We got electronic mail already.
It's called an email, Norm. What are you looking for?
Letter opener.
Ah, we don't need that. We're already cutting edge.
Now tell me this. If I sent an email, where would I put the stamp?
Because he was like, where do I put the stamp? And yeah, he does the little, he dials up the email and he's like, where do I put the letter? Oh, you get the letter opener out as well. I love it. That's just really funny. Before a very sad moment where he cries about not getting in touch with his sister, and that he can't access his mind.
Please help me. What day is it? How long has it been? Where's my phone? I have to call my sister.
Norm.
She's taking care of her dad. He's sick. Where's my phone?
Calm yourself, Norm. I can't understand what you're trying to tell me.
You have to stop her.
Stop who?
She's in my head. None of it is my own. It hurts. It hurts so much. Just make her stop. Just make her stop!
But still, laugh at him not understanding emails, because it's funny. So I think that covers all the major story beats. So on to the big piece of news. Evan Peters is Pietro. What? I have so many questions. Is he the same one from the X-Men movies? Did Wanda bring him in? It doesn't seem like it because she was shocked to see him. I don't think she even recognised him until he said little sister, because obviously he doesn't look like her brother. Is he Aaron Taylor Johnson's body brought back to life but looking different? Is he the same one from the actual movies? Is he the same one from the actual X-Men movies? If he is, then what does that mean for the future of the MCU? Does this mean that the big cameo will be one of the X-Men? You know, the big Luke Skywalker cameo they keep talking about? Maybe Magneto? Since he is Evan Peters' Quicksilver dad, so Magneto could come in and be both of their dads. And she could say like she recasted the role of her dad in the MCU. Sorted. Like Darcy said that she recasted Pietro. They can say the same thing if Magneto comes in. Maybe. So that would make sense, because he's definitely Magneto's son in the movies, so who knows. But as always, we got a couple of answers, but a whole lot more questions moving forward. And there's only 3 episodes left. 4 episodes left. So what can they possibly do to top this? Who knows? Maybe there'll be like an all-out battle at the end. So then all the people saying that there's no action can just you wait till the last few episodes, and I bet there's going to be a lot of action. You heard it here first. Not really. Everyone else has said the same thing, but yeah. So see you next week. Well, actually, see you later this week with Wandavision Theory video. So like and subscribe if you want to see that, and I'll do reviews of the remaining episodes as they come out. This is different to what I've posted before, but I've been a huge Marvel fan for years, so I just had to talk about this show because it's a big thing for the MCU, and I don't have anyone to talk to about it, so here we are. I just want to put out my own theories and talk about what I feel and things. Get used to talking about stuff like that. And maybe I'll do it with like other films, other Marvel films, non-Marvel films, TV shows I like. Who knows what's going on. I might do some more stuff like this. But I've wanted to get into reviewing movies for ages anyway, so this seems like a good testing ground. So yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling now, and see you soon. Peace.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side.